The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newey Scruggs.
Oh, he hit me with that. All right, ain't no sense in wasting no time, CB.
Yeah.
You're now rocking with the best. I am Heckma Harrison, and you know what it is. It's the Players Lounge. Sponsored by Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the Dallas Cowboys. And always at the desk with me, my brothers. I won't call them motherfuckers. My dogs.
What happened?
The best box safety I done seen in a long time. He 42 to me. He ain't gonna be another 42 like this 42. You know what I mean? They cannot replace this man. They call him money bags around this place.
That's what they call him.
Hey, junior PGA.
Hey. Oh, yeah, I'm trash. But,
preferred league. The preferred league. My man, BC in the building. What's up, Barry?
Man, everything is good, man. Your guy got a workout in today, so I'm feeling kind of pumped up a little bit.
You pumped up? Speaking of pumped up, cue the music, please. Cue the music, please. Come on, Chris B. Put us all in our happy place.
He's booked.
And he's busy. Big 40 in the building, my man. Danny McCray, $250,000 in the building. You know what I mean? $250,000, the challenger, man. We'll see the man eat crickets and walk on fire. He do it all, man.
I ain't ate no crickets or walked on no fire.
But
I'm less booked than y'all two. That's what.
He in the building, my man, Danny McCray. And look, y'all, we're going to have fun today, man. We're going to send the boys out to SoFi for Sunday's matchup versus the Rams on fire. So, man, it's going to be, for 45 minutes, man, we're going to cover all Cowboy business today on the Players Lounge. But before I get started, y'all know how I like to do it, man. I like to check in with my brothers. We don't do enough checking in with one another as men. I don't care if you're black, white, whatever you are. You got to check in with your brothers and see what's going on. So, Danny, I'm going to start with you, bro. How are your mentals today, bro?
They good, man. You know what I'm saying? My 2-year-old, she try to throw them all over the place every once in a while. But yeah, they good. They good. You know, man. LSU got a big game tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? 11 a.m. That threw me for a loop because we supposed to play at 7. But other than that, I'm doing damn good.
There it is.
You got a 2-year-old, so I know, man. You
ain't lying about that.
Absolutely. Bear Church, how are you, sir?
Man, life is great, man. Life is amazing. Not gonna lie about it. Just being here with y'all, talking Cowboys football, man, it makes my day every day. So I'm good. Oh yeah, gold, all gold, everything.
How could his life not be good? He got all the gold over there, just all gold everything.
I don't know how they set this man up. Like they set him up, and then they didn't put the gold on ours. But look.
Oh, you know why?
I know why, man.
Yeah.
Just check it out. Check it out right there.
Fellas, I'm Gucci, man. I get any better, man, I'm gonna think somebody pulling a prank on me, man. This is the life, baby. It don't get no better than this.
You ain't lying.
It don't get no better than this.
Well, it could get better than this because that game last night, it set me back It set me back about 3 weeks.
Man, Barry, I think we picked Indy, didn't we?
We should have.
I
should have went. I should have went with my gut.
You almost did.
I should have went with my gut. You know what I'm saying? Negro Damas was talking to me. He was like, you know what? Go with these Colts, Church. Go be different. Nah, I just didn't want to mess up the record, man.
Yeah.
I ended up blemishing my record anyways, man.
No longer undefeated, are you?
Man, hey, I hate to see it.
You didn't fall behind, but you did take more of a lead.
Man.
You could have really put your foot in the game yesterday. But man, if y'all woke up this morning, you would have swore that the sky was falling. Man, it's just so much hot sports stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it be from Russ and golly, man, you'd have thought Russ, I robbed the bank last night, boy.
Last night.
Ski mask.
Man,
This
man been robbing the bank all season.
Right now, Russ is getting cooked.
Yeah, he ain't cooking nothing.
Russ is getting cooked out there, man. What did y'all mean? Thursday night was abysmal. But what did you think about Russell Wilson's performance, D?
I thought it was horrible.
Yeah.
When you pay a guy that much money, it seems like they paid him for what he used to be able to do. Like they were like, okay, it's Russ. He gonna be able to do X, Y, Z when he get here. Instead of watching the film and seeing if he was really the actual reason for Seattle not playing as well as they should have. And I think if you go back and watch the film from last night in Denver and the previous 3 weeks, you're going to see that Russell Wilson is holding this team back. Ooh. All right? The offensive coordinators and whatever, they probably not doing as well. But there are plays to be made out there for Russell Wilson to win the game last night. And he ain't making it. It's easy plays to be made. Guy wide open in the end zone, and you find a way to go, similar to how people are doing with Trayvon Diggs, to the best cover corner guy out there and let him in the game for you. It just don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense at all. And Russ, he's having a horrible performance these first couple weeks. I mean, you go up to Seattle, you think it's going to be the homecoming. He's all on, the middle of the field talking about, I am Russ. And he goes out there and gets spanked by Geno Smith. And then we fast forward to this last week against the Colts, man, and it just doesn't look like he has no rhythm with this offense, like no connection with these receivers out there. The long bomb he did connect with, he threw it, 2 receivers were in the same spot. I mean, it's just...
It was a Hail Mary.
The Hail Mary, basically what it was. And you look at it, and the 2 interceptions he's thrown were downright terrible. You look at the one in the back of the end zone to Stephon Gilmore. They do it right to Gilmore. The man obviously undercut the receiver.
Yeah.
If you're Russell Wilson, you got to see that. You've been in the league way too long to make that rookie type mistake. And then you backpedaling, you just throwing the ball up again. Basically a punt. The corner caught it as a punt back there and returned it however long he returned it. But there's just nothing Russell's doing right now is working. And you can see the frustration out of his teammates. You can see it. People were kind of looking at him with the side eye. You saw my man Hamler at the end of the game when he was wide open for the touchdown. You seen him upstage the quarterback, take his helmet off, bang it on the ground. Like, what are we doing out here? It's right now, it's a, what is hitting the fan right now in Denver. Because they gave that man, what was it, $250 million? What, $250?
Yeah, they gave it to him.
And he's out there looking like my boy Matt Castle. I don't get it.
No disrespect.
And they want. And I'm telling you, and the thing that makes it worse for his teammates is them having to go back and watch this dude push this trademark stuff after you go out there and play a game like that. Let's ride.
What are you doing?
You're like, bro, you lost, bro. You lost. Hey, apologize for your performance. I would have rather him. Remember when Tebow and them had lost back in the day, and Tebow gave that speech, and then all of a sudden, I want to see something like that from. I don't want nobody. Let's ride, because you ain't riding, you ain't cooking, you ain't doing nothing, and your teammates are listening to you, and you're losing guys. You're losing guys every time they have a performance like that, and then they don't see you go up there and take accountability and then leave with the money-making let's ride. Yeah, man, you losing guys, bro. The locker room is not going to be with you for long.
Man, and you know what? I had to get the gospel from y'all. 2 guys that's been in the NFL locker room, and after a bad loss like that, you got to know up in Denver, the vibes are not good for Russ right now. So I don't know, man. They're in the AFC, so I guess I can't hope that Russ can turn it around, man. I want to give a little grace to Russ, man.
Nah, I'm going to give it to Geno now. I'm going to give it to the other guys.
Geno playing ball.
Yeah,
he is. No, he is. You can't take nothing away from Geno and what Seattle is doing without him. But, guys, let's get to what we came to talk about. This is what we came to yeah, baby. Let's get into it. Now, Sunday, guys, obviously, this is a big matchup, and I wanted to talk to y'all specifically about the key matchups. I mean, obviously, y'all been doing y'all film study. Y'all been doing many shows and talking about what's going to go on Sunday. But, Barry, I'm going to start with you. For you, what is a key matchup going into Sunday that you're going to have highlighted, circled, and underlined?
To me, it's going to be that Aaron Donald matchup. Him with either Tyler Biadasz in that on that center position, or whoever's that left guard. So whether if it's Peters or what's my guy's name? What's the left guard?
Left guard for
Cowboys. Yeah.
Connor
Peters or Connor McGovern.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Connor McGovern.
I got the Connors mixed up.
Okay.
So that's going to be my matchup, man. Okay. Seeing what Aaron Donald can do out there. Because I know, you know what the Rams love to do? They love to put their guys in their best matchup. And they go to the weakest link. And right now, in my opinion, for our offensive line, our weakest link has got to be in between that center position, between Biadasz, or that left guard position with Connor as well. So I want to see how they handle that. Now, I understand they're probably going to double team the guy. They're probably going to, have 2 guys on him at all times. But that's a man right there. That's a beast. And we've seen him tear apart double teams and be game wrecker, from the start to the finish. And I don't want to see that because, last week we saw what those 2 interior guys for Washington were able to do. The big Bama boys, Allen and Payne, they were able to shut down that rushing attack. Yes. So I don't want Aaron Donald to go out there, game wreck the rushing attack, and then we force Cooper Rush to throw the ball and provide or make us productive with his arm out there. I would love to see them get a good double team, kind of move him a little bit, but that's a matchup to me where I'm slightly concerned about for the Cowboys.
And they move him all around,
all over
on the defensive line. We may even see him against Tyler Smith, We may even see him out on steal. I mean, so there are the probabilities of what you're talking about. That is definitely a key concern for Cowboy Nation, just trying to figure out where the hell is number 99 going to be, because he can wreck your game. D-Mac, what you got, man? Who is it for you that got you up at night, man?
Man, listen, I'm taking mine off the field, though. Okay? Because I need Kellen Moore to do better than Raheem Morris. Okay? That is, to me, the key to the game, right? Because if you play the game the right way, then you don't have those as many opportunities for 99 to then go line up over a tackle on the right or left. He has to be in this spot, right? Because you have to keep the defense honest based on how balanced you are calling the game. If the Rams get up, like we've been talking about all week, does then Raheem Morris feel like he has Kellen Moore's card? Or can Kellen Moore be a guy who can adjust and say, hey, man, I'm going to stay disciplined, just like Mike McCarthy said he did last week, and stick to what we've been working on and claw ourselves back in the game because we have that type of defense. So I think that chess match between Kellen Moore and Raheem Morris is going to be something to watch.
Yeah, for me, and going back to Danny, to what you were just saying, Barry, you may not have gotten this news from John Machota, just reported that Jason Peters suffered a chest injury today.
We would have loved to see that beef on if Peters is a big dude.
Is it like a jog through today?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Fast Fridays.
What happened?
Chest injury and could miss multiple games for Jason Peters. So your concern just went from here to
he went up a couple notches.
McGovern.
And Connor McGovern we trust.
Let's go, Connor.
That's all we got, man.
Let me find out Dorrance Armstrong was somebody that stabbed him. Stabbed too hard on accident.
Oh man, that is not the news that you wanted. And going into that piece, and we're going to dive more into what Kellen Moore is going to need to do against this defense later. And thank you for jumping ahead there, Danny.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you know I love Kellen Moore on this show, man.
Nah, I know
anytime I can give him some love, I'm going to give him some love because I've been knocking him down for a while. I want him to do right, so I just want him to do right. I want him to do right because I know he got it in him.
Yeah, no doubt.
Man, for me,
I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's all good. We still gonna cover it anyway. For me, the matchup that I'm most interested in is where does Dan Quinn play Micah Parsons? I think he's been moving Micah Parsons around, and you've been seeing that this defense has been eaten because of his movement. He's been lining up primarily out on the edge in those earlier games. Played a lot of edge in both the Tampa and the Cincinnati game. But when we got to the divisional games, they saw that his willingness to move him to linebacker. We've seen that out in coverage a few times in the last game versus the Commanders. I think with the problems that the Rams are having, he could really be the key piece to unlocking just the havoc that this front seven can put on Matthew Stafford. The Rams are giving up the second most sacks in the league right now.
16.
They're giving up sacks. And we are number 2 in sacks in the league and number 1 in pressure. So to me, that's one of those things where, man, if we can go strength on their weakness, we could completely take them out of the game. But the other matchup for me, just looking at it on paper, is Cooper Kupp. I mean, that matchup is going to be one where, hey, if we're not able to generate pressure at a high percentage and Matthew Stafford is able to sit back and pick his spots, and we've been talking about this, Robinson is a guy that they haven't gotten involved, and I'm sure Sean McVay, wherever he's sitting right now, he is putting X's and O's together to say, we didn't put all this money into you, bruh.
The super bag.
We done gave you the Barry Church.
Times 3.
We gotta find a way. We gotta find a way, some way to get you involved. So for me, the Dallas Cowboys have this. Dallas Cowboys go into this game 5.5 point underdogs in a game that they can completely dominate if they can do it on defense. Now, we talked about lit Cooper Rush Cook yesterday, but if you find yourself, I'm not giving it up, Danny. I'm not giving it up. He may be in this game. He may be put in a situation where he has to lead multiple drives to get us ahead in this game. This is the Super Bowl champs.
If that's the case, man, I think we got exposure. I think we might get a little bit of exposure going on.
I'm okay if that happens. I'm okay if that happens. If you're still sprinkling in the run, I'm just gonna harp this, bro. You can't come out first, second, third down and throw it. You can still get into third and short by doing the right thing on first and second down. So when you say let them cook,
yes,
it sounds like first down, second down, third down, we have to pass and we have to put it all on Cooper Rush. And I'm saying that is an issue that I do not want to experience. I want to, hey man, we down by 14. Okay, still on first, we can still do it. We can still run the ball. We can still do play action on second. We can still get in the third and short, and we can still go with the flow of the game. You might have to pass it a little bit more, and you can't be conservative, but you don't have to say, hey man, look, we 5 wide. Hey, I want you to check and do this and do all that, and Cooper Rush, it's on you to win the game. Because if that's the case, I like Cooper Rush, but I don't think we can't do that. One, we can't have Aaron Donald rushing Cooper Rush the entire night, knowing that it's a passing situation because that's just a recipe for disaster.
No, that's talking about that's letting the cage, the lion, the grizzly bear out of his cage. If he knows what you're about to run, it's over with. But man, this is the Players Lounge. We can agree to disagree. This is a cool thing about this show. We can agree to disagree. Won't be no punches thrown, but we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it on the Players Lounge. So stay with us. We'll be right back with more Players Lounge when we get down.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, Shave Logic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit shavelogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to shavelogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Live music fans, head to the Star in Frisco on Wednesday, October 26th, for a brand new monthly concert series, Sounds of the Star, featuring the spectacular Southern soul band Prophets and Outlaws. The concert kicks off at 7 p.m. and is free and open to the public. For more information, visit thestarinfrisco.com. Welcome back to the Players Lounge. I'm Heckman Harrison, joined by Danny McCray and my man Barry Church. Newey Shrugs is somewhere with his head in the book, and we're just holding it down for you, dog. Hey, I told him, Newey, look at the candy that I bought. See see this? It says excellent source of vitamins. All right, I didn't bring that stuff that make your sugar go up.
Nah, listen. You see, he brought him in here while you're not here because he knew Candy Monster was get out.
Man, I got these cheese nuggets, man. My man smacked all of them.
1.8 pounds.
1.8 pound
Boy,
bag.
threw the topic out. All right.
And it took the bag home with him.
He said, Y'all got it. Cold ass wedding, dog.
My man knew he screwed somewhere chewing us right now. But man, I know y'all saw this. I know y'all saw the tape of Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, man, that first of all, the violation is that the tape got out. Let's start there.
You know, money talk though.
Money, I understand. Somebody dropped
I would have sold that thing.
What?
Too.
What you did?
Somebody dropped a bag for that tape, right?
Mm-hmm.
But man, when I watched that, I'm saying to myself, like, first of all, man, just emotional intelligence on behalf of Draymond Green. You know, and I'm disappointed because I'm telling you, dog, he's one of the players that I love to, I love his game. Yeah. He doesn't need the ball in his hands. He's going to do all the dirty work. He's going to play defense, and he has shooters. He knows he has shooters, and he don't want to be one of them, right? Mm-hmm. But what he did to Jordan Poole in practice, if you hadn't saw it, please just Google it, check it out, look it up, man. For two guys that have been in heated practices in a locker room, guys having disagreements, I'm going to start with you because I already know, man. What would your reaction be in a situation where you and a teammate are practicing, things get heated, and he just fire off on you like that?
You talking about like punch me in the face?
Yeah, like drop you.
Stole on you.
Well, listen. Once I get my bearings about me, because it looked like he got hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
We got to go.
We got to.
We got to go. And if I don't get it until the next day, then we got to go the next day, right? Until I forget about it, until I feel better about my standing in this whole thing, until I get the best of you. Yeah. Oh yeah, we gonna have to go. And then if you ever show up to Houston, it ain't just me. Yeah. Nah, it ain't just me. Nah. What club you at? Yeah. What club you at? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. You gonna have to see me everywhere, anytime. It don't matter, bro. One, because that happened. One, because you violated me that way. And then now it's everywhere. Yeah. So now I got to answer all these questions, and people I call people saying he looked weak, he looked this, he looked that.
Boy, a little soft.
He got snuck.
Yeah.
He got snuck. So now I got the right to you got to get snuck. I don't care who it is. Nah, it ain't no one-on-ones either. Yeah. Ain't none of that.
Ain't none of that.
Well, I'm telling you right now, man. Like D-Back said, you're going to have to see me every day. Until I win, until I get the best of you're going to have to see me every day. Because, look, man, they in a practice. I mean, we all been there. Heated debates, you yelling back and forth, this, that, and the third. But it never should get to that point. Right. And if it does get to that point, man, you square up like men and get it going. The man did take a cheap shot. Now, if I'm Jordan Poole, you got to have more awareness about the situation. Y'all going back and forth. You see the man's approaching. You see he has bad intentions in his eyes. You never let somebody close the distance like that. Like, if you getting that close, all right, we going to have to go at it then. Because the man got up to nose and nose. He pushed him away, then he got stolen on. So, Jordan Poole, you got to have better awareness. But Draymond Green, I think that was out of pocket, man. I think that was – you supposed to be the leader of the team. You're the veteran in this organization. If you going back and forth like that, you got to have, like you said, better emotional awareness out there. And don't let them get the best of you. And obviously it did, man. He took that push, and you could say that was just like a light switch right there. He blanked out, stole on my guy real quick, and it wasn't just like a jab. Yeah, my man cocked back and went.
We ain't
through that man.
He tried to hurt him.
He tried, exactly.
He tried to hurt him.
He could have broke his jaw or did some eye damage. It could have been all bad. So that was a situation that could have been avoided easily. But Draymond, to me, he's all that fault.
You mess around and get shot for doing stuff like that.
So let's back it up. Whoa. Let's back it up. Let's
damn way.
Let's hit some brakes. All right. Let's get our PSI together. Okay. And let's hit a break here. Because here's the thing. We talk about emotional intelligence, and this for anybody, especially us, right? When you have a situation where you get in a fight like this, we're talking about two multi-million-dollar athletes. Mm-hmm. And even like you just said, it can be taken to a whole nother level.
Oh, it happened in the hood? Oh, absolutely.
But I'm saying it could be from other people outside, family members, anybody, whatever. We know your people. All of this is a close community. But for these guys, I think, and this is unpopular opinion, how do you find a way to bridge that? How do you find a way to say, hey, man, we got to squash that? Because if you continue it ends up going somewhere that it gets out of control.
It's out of control.
Yeah, and it's hard to squash that, especially because I know Jordan Poole, you're going to hear it from everywhere. People in your DMs, people going to be on your social media. Man, you look soft. Like, I can see Draymond, he apologized for it, and you can be like, all right, I accept that apology. But always in the back of your head, you're going to hear somebody saying, man, you look soft as heck right there. I can try you now. Like, I mean, it's just so much, and it's going to build up and build up and build up to where, I mean, it's going to happen again. Yeah. Like, if I'm Jordan Poole, it's definitely going to happen again. Until he gets the better of Draymond, he going to always hear them people chirping in the back of his head.
And that's the unfortunate thing about that situation, man. I hated to see it. You know, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
And that's one of those situations, man, where you hate to see it. It's going to get out of control. And if they can't find a way to de-escalate that whole situation, man, it goes into something that is going to go further than just the court.
I got to wait. So, listen, if you ain't going to let me fight, he getting sued. I don't get like, hey,
pocket some money.
You can give me some money or something. Hey, like if it's gonna cost me my career to where if I continue to try to retaliate against this dude, hey, we got to go to court.
Yeah,
it's on tape.
Yeah,
you gonna pay me?
And he was the aggressor.
For my pain and suffering. Oh, absolutely. You gonna pay me for that?
Man.
He dropped that, man.
You get I'm taking something. It ain't no way you apologize and I'm okay with it. Nah, we're gonna find a way to get compensated for this.
A bag has to be exchanged.
Man, what? I'm making all type of music videos too. I want him in the courtrooom. I want everything. I'm being super paid. He pay. Yeah, right. You right. I ain't get my lick back, but I got some bread though. Now what?
Man, talk about somebody that had got getting their bread back. All right, let's find a way to segue to Kellen Moore. I don't even know how to do it. But I'm gonna just do my best right now. But if it's on tape, Kellen Moore has been known to air it out and stick to his types of game plans. But now without Dak Prescott and now with Cooper Rush, he has to go with a more conservative game plan. But you have a defense in front of you with Aaron Donald that can make life uncomfortable for you. You've just talked about that. But I want to go to more of a scheme for this game because you recognize that he's going to have to stick to it. He can't get away from it unless the points get away from him. So, Bear, I'll start with you. As far as the scheme that Kellen Moore has to go into SoFi Stadium with, what do you think?
I think it has to do similar to what he's been doing these past 3 games. I mean, we all harped on it on this show. You got to lean on your ground game. You got to lean on Zeke, and you got to lean on Pollard. Now, it's been a blessing for these past couple games that the Cowboys haven't had to deal with because their defense has been balling out of control. They haven't had to deal with coming back from an insurmountable lead. Like, they haven't had to force the ball into the air. The closest we think we've got to it was in Washington when they shut down the run. Kellen got a little happy and started throwing the ball a little bit. We saw 2 interceptions that thankfully were called back because of penalty. But overall, he hasn't been in that situation where, man, all right, now I got to lean on this pass. You know, the rushing attack is gone. So, to me, it's going to be real interesting to see if that Rams defense is able to, for some reason, stop this run and Matt Stafford gets rejuvenalized or whatever it is and comes back and starts putting up points on this defense. It's going to be real interesting to see if Kellen Moore sticks with that game plan and is patient enough to stick with that game plan because we've seen it happen before. We've seen us go down maybe 7-10 points and all of a sudden we throwing the ball 60 sometimes. We don't need to do that. Even if we get down 2 touchdowns like Danny was talking about, we have to remain in that game plan, keep that defense honest, and I think that'll open up so much more for the passing game. But if it gets out of hand, I can see Kellen reverting back to that Madden playbook and start airing it out, and that's the last thing we want to do.
Now, D-Mac, last week, the running game you couldn't have been pleased with the running game last week, just the yardage that they were able to get. If you come into this game and you're not able to generate points and your running game is the same, and you've been somebody that stood on the table for the running game, how do you deviate from that scheme-wise?
Yeah, I think so. I want to be clear in saying that when I say stick to the run game, I mean because that helps you open up other things in your offense. Not just keep running into a brick wall just because. But you watch those games. Watch the last 3 games that we've had. If you look at the linebacker play of the opposing team, when we continue to run the ball like that, every time you see one of those play-action passes work, you will see the linebacker take 3 or 4 false steps and then have to do that quick retreat to try to get back, and it's too late. Yeah. That works because you put that work in the first and second quarter.
Right.
Maybe you got 2 yards. Maybe they went in and made a play. Now they're looking to go make that same play again because they're like, oh, I recognize this, and you beat them over the top because of something that you put in work for in the first and second quarter. That is what I mean when I say you got to make sure you try to stick to the run game. But in this one, you have to. You have your offensive line that is at a disadvantage. One, Jason Peters is injured. You're still trying to find the perfect mesh. and you're going against Aaron Donald.
Right.
Like, what is the best way to negate his ability to pass rush? Run the ball, double team him, run at him, and see if he's ready to take that all day. And then if they find a way to stop us, you got to figure out some other ways, some jet sweeps, figure out some bubble screens to get it to CeeDee Lamb. You got to figure out a way to get the ball to your playmakers, but that's why you get paid the big money to do that.
Now, did anything change for you now that Michael Gallup is back? And now not only is he back, he's back in his first game making plays.
Everything's changed because your deep play action game is now you have CeeDee Lamb running a deep over route and you got Michael Gallup running up the sideline. So now they have to really respect both of those. And when you have a Michael Gallup out there, just like we saw last year when he started taking them dudes deep, those safeties have to respect that. There's no jumping CeeDee Lamb. He has to stay deep as the deepest because there's a threat that Michael Gallup is going to get that deep 9 up the sideline. So Michael Gallup is opening up things for this offense, and that's why he got paid that money last season because they saw, hey, man, this is our true deep threat.
As a safety, like, does that change the way that you approach the game, knowing that their only deep threat isn't CeeDee Lamb? They have another guy out there that you have to worry about as well.
Well, no, because it makes the box lighter.
Okay.
I mean, when you're sitting there and you got one deep threat, let's just say CeeDee Lamb was the only deep threat out there, you can bring that safety down into the box. You can have an 8-man box knowing that deep middle of the field safety can lean towards CeeDee Lamb, and they should have that covered when it comes to the deep part of the field. But when you have two options out there, it's extremely hard for a deep middle field safety to read that quarterback, especially with these guys. They're as good as they are nowadays, looking people off and everything like that. It essentially becomes a one-on-one matchup on the outside. So in order to negate that, you got to take that safety out of the box. You got to put him back deep and at least give him presence to the quarterback before the pre-snap that, hey, these guys are deep back there. Maybe we should end up running the football, or we have an open box so we can be able to run the football. So as a defender, when you got two deep threats like that, it takes that extra guy out of the box, lightens the box up, and hopefully it will help that running game overall.
And jumping on the defensive side, if you're Trayvon Diggs, do you go to Dan Quinn and say, hey, man, put me over on this guy. I want to shadow him everywhere he goes. If you Trayvon Diggs,
nah. If you Trayvon Diggs at this moment, you just keep on doing what you're doing, right? I think Trayvon Diggs knows how good he is, and he's so willing to play in the system because he know Dan Quinn's going to put him in position to, 1, get turnovers, and 2, he's going to lock down whoever's on that side anyway. Now, if he gets to a point in the game where it's halftime and this dude Cooper Kupp got 10 catches for 100 yards, he's like, all right, now it's me, like it's on me. I think that is the type of player that Trayvon is versus at the beginning of the game, I want to make it about me and Cooper Kupp. Now, he's like, I'm going to play over here until it don't go right. And then if it doesn't, then I know that I'm the guy who I can step in and put the clamps on him.
And it's not as easy as it sounds. Like, oh, we're just going to take Diggs over here. Because Cooper Kupp, he runs a lot of his routes out of the slot. And Danny, you notice, when an outside corner is a lot different than that nickel corner in that slot. You got a lot more space to work with. Yeah, you got some linebackers inside to help you, but that's a totally different position. You're dealing with more quick twitch fast guys, and the ball's coming out like that. Whether you're on the outside, you got an opportunity to press them a little bit more.
Right.
You got an opportunity there's only a couple routes they can run from the outside. Inside, it's a whole route tree open, and it's a lot different to go up in there.
Like I told you, Trayvon Diggs is playing from 9 yards off. You ain't playing 9 yards off of the slot. You up in there. You 5 yards forward. You trying to get your hands on him because you can't get a legal touch. There's a whole different ball game in there.
Now, when you're watching film on a guy like Cooper Kupp, and you recognize his route running ability, especially when he goes, how different he is from man to when you're playing zone, and primarily being a zone defense, does that worry you at all about his ability to find those little cushions in the zone?
It worries me.
Yeah, me too.
It worries me because if your zone drops are not on point, then you have an issue. And I think that's what you've seen. Like I said, the game is switching now, right? It's going from man-to-man to a lot of teams are running zone. But like I said, if you haven't worked on that and you don't know what your zone drops are, try to read those concepts and know when to pass things off, that's where Cooper Kupp is at his best. So we need to be on our P's and Q's, and whoever's in those underneath zones, they need to make sure that they're there. I'll take this back to, you remember when we played Detroit and we had D. Ware trying to be the cover 2 curl guy.
Wasn't working.
And Calvin Johnson went for 300 yards on us because we hadn't worked on it. Like, those are the things that worry you. So
y'all was on the field in that 300-yard game?
Yeah.
Where he broke it? Y'all was out there for that?
I was on special teams.
I was there. I was there.
You was there.
I was there.
But we turned from a man team and tried to go to a zone team in the middle of the season, right? But I think that where we are right now as a zone defense, I think that I think that we're on our stuff that he's going to make some catches, but I don't think it's going to be anything close to that.
And it's dangerous when you're dealing with a guy like that because he's a security blanket. You know he's going to get at least 10 to 15 targets in that game. And being that he's such a great – he's a student of the game. He understands everything. And in zone, we all know as defenders, your eyes are on the quarterback. They're not really on the man. So he can, curl around you looking at the quarterback trying to break off stuff. But you see how many times these quarterbacks now do those no-look passes, and they're super accurate with it. So it's so hard for a zone defender. The quarterback's looking this way, but he's going to hit you with a pass over to the right. You're like, man, how do you defend that? Right. So they're definitely going to have to keep their head on the swivel when it comes in zone. Look up Coop. Look back at the quarterback. Look back at Coop. Keep your eyes on this man because if you lose him in zone, he's a chance to basically game wreck your whole defense.
And so the corner that we're talking about that will be dealing with him on the inside is Jordan Lewis. Would be matched up with him if he goes down to the slot.
Is he healthy? Is he going to be?
Yeah, based off of what I'm hearing, that he's going to play on Sunday. So what's your trust level right there with Jordan Lewis matched up with Cup?
I like Lewis. I like his game. He seems like a scrappy guy. He kind of reminds me of Skandrick a little bit when it comes to just being scrappy, physical.
Except he can catch the pick.
Yeah, except he can. He a ball guy. He got hands. Skandrick got no hands at all. Yeah. But I like his game, man, because he gets into it. It's like a chess match with this guy. And he has the skill. He got the speed and the quickness to hang with a Cooper Kupp. It's just that guy, when he comes to the top of the route, whatever he does, I don't know what type of magic he uses, but the guy creates separation. So that's going to have to be the key for Jordan Lewis. Make sure you stay in that hip pocket. It's a lot easier said than done, but I like the matchup, man. He's a scrappy corner out there.
Yeah, I got faith in Jordan Lewis. I think that he's continued to get better ever since Nolan left this place. Yeah. And that was his only really slower year, and that was across the board for everybody. He was getting better when Chris Richard was here, and now he's just continued to elevate his game. So I got ultimate faith in him. I remember we were worried about his size and if they put him out, if the slot, he ended up at number one, was he going to be able to hold up against those taller guys? And he held up. Yeah, he started getting interceptions.
He's a scrappy dude.
So I'm not worried about Jordan Lewis. I think he's gonna stand up to the challenge and be ready.
Well, speaking of what you worried about, it's prediction time.
And
a lot of people been flip flopping over the weeks. Who? I say who that owl? Who? A lot of people been, and I can't wait for next week. I don't care whatever happened this week. I just can't wait for Monday.
We can't wait for that.
Boy, I can't wait for Monday because we get to talk about his other boys. We get to talk about his other boys.
Second team.
Yeah, his second team.
Who my second team?
Your other boys. Cause don't act like you don't know who your other boys is, D-Mac.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm from Houston, though. I am from Houston.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm from Houston.
We're going to talk about
I like the Astros.
You know who your other boys is. Hint.
They don't have no chickens. Ain't no chicken team.
Like them cheesesteaks. Got them cheese.
Hey, man, hold on. Of course, coming from him, like people will be flip-floppers from a guy who picks the Cowboys every day.
Man, look, I'll give you rationale. I lay down my points. I'm like a good attorney, dog. I give you the case now. You can disagree with it all you want to, but I'm laying the facts out.
I only been wrong once on the Cowboys.
That's all you need.
I just know I got the best record, so I'm doing something right.
Anyhow, it's prediction time coming back here on the Players Lounge.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Man, call me Lewis one time. Head to AT&T Stadium on Saturday, October 22nd to experience Rally Day presented by SeatGeek. Get ready to cheer on the Dallas Cowboys with tours of AT&T Stadium, ticket giveaways, games, inflatables, and more. Visit attstadium.com/rallydays for tickets and more information. Back here on the Players Lounge. Last break, gentlemen, before we get our weekend started. It's Friday. Hey, man, what y'all got playing this weekend, man? What you got going on, man?
Man, I got to do the pumpkin patch today.
Oh, you doing pumpkin
I got to
patch?
do all that with the family and all that. And
You ride on a wagon and all that? You do that?
I'm going to do the whole kit and caboodle, man.
Y'all got little kids. They have the little babies. So,
they enjoy all that, you know.
Little
whatever.
babies.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'll have a little pint with me, so it's all good.
Yeah, the pumpkin patch. You got to take plenty of pictures. You wear your boots, so you tuck your jeans in your
I
boots.
can't mess the kicks up. So I'm gonna be out there with some crazy boots on or something, you know.
What you, man? You on the PJ this weekend? What you got going on,
Nah, man, I don't know nothing about no PJ, but I do know the LSU is playing at 11 o'clock, okay? So I'm going to get up in the morning, you know what I'm saying, run 10 miles.
Well, excuse me, say what?
And then I'm going to be ready for the LSU
Wait, hold on. Wait. You going to
run that back.
You going to run what?
Yeah, 10 of them. I'll send it to y'all, man. You know what?
10?
I'm trying to get ready. I got stuff to do.
No, you get up in the morning and run.
Climb a mountain.
Yeah, I got stuff to do, man.
10 miles,
yeah, I'm gonna do 10 piece, man. 10 piece.
And
that's gonna get me. And that's gonna get ready. That's gonna get me ready to watch LSU put that thumping on Tennessee.
Ooh.
And then my weekend's over until the Cowboys play the
Wait a minute,
Rams.
hold on for a second, dog. I'm confused right now. So you just cause you just get up in the morning and run 10 miles.
Heck, you know
on
it's not
the
just
treadmill?
cause I got something to do, bro.
Okay.
Man, I guess I ain't been building up.
I got money to make. Yeah, I got money to make.
You got to defend that belt.
Would you go run 10 miles for $250,000?
Man, I'll shake a coconut out of a tree. What you talking about, man? What you talking about, man? But I'm gonna start out. It's gonna be a mean walk for about 5 of them.
Oh yeah, you ain't gonna lie. It ain't gonna be consistent running with me. All right, hold on.
I'm gonna do this for stop sign and stop sign. What you talking about?
Well, that's my weekend. 10 LSU and then Cowboys. That's it.
So 10 consistent. You just 10.
Yeah,
running the whole time.
No, run 10 miles.
Hold on.
Consistent.
9.5 minute pace. All right. So
That's
yeah,
still moving, though.
I get the 5. I get the 5. I walk for like 30 seconds. And
That's still moving.
You know what I'm saying? When you get tired, what Forrest Gump said, when I got tired, I slept. When I got hungry, I ate.
There's a funny question for you. Do you like carry a Sudoku puzzle with you and do it while you're going?
Nah, man. I already know how to do that.
Man,
you know I know how to do that already.
Shouts out to McCray, man.
That's
Shouts out, bro.
That's gangster right there, man. You one of them guys that could live back in the day like that Game of Thrones stuff.
You
man.
and Scott Purcell, right?
I ain't sword fight nobody.
You can live, man. He gonna run from shire to shire.
Yeah, you were away from all the fight.
Man, this weekend, y'all, I am going to take my family to Bunton Farms. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Bunton Farms. Well, Bunton is in South Dallas. It's a community in South Dallas. And so it's basically underserved community that has a food desert, meaning the people that live there, the nearest grocery store isn't 10, 15 miles. If you don't have a car, you can't get it. You know, right? So Bunton Farms was formed back in, I believe, 10, 15 years ago to raise fresh produce, vegetables and stuff in the community. They have livestock, all of that, man. So we're going to go tomorrow and volunteer. Okay. So at Bunton Farms, if you ever have time to volunteer at Bunton Farms, it is a great great project, man, for underserved communities in South Dallas. It's on Bear Street. All right, it's Bexar, Bear Street, in the hood. Come on now, it's all good. Bonton Farms, but it's a great thing that's happening, man. It's definitely feeding the community and where people don't have to go so far to get food. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And yeah, I'm gonna have the youngest. I'm gonna put their overalls on. We're gonna get dirty.
Tell Draymond to go down there and try that down there. Okay,
man.
Tell him to go down there and try that.
He won't make it out. Hey, he won't make it out.
I've never really been that big of a fan of Draymond. That's why I'm just like, this guy.
So, on a happy note.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's
might not be happy for you.
Yeah, let's go on a happy note.
Uh-oh.
Let's get on the predictions, fellas. This Sunday, 3:15. It's going down.
Let him go first so he don't blame on us. He gonna blame it on us.
It wasn't for y'all.
BC,
we don't want to sway your thoughts.
You're gonna have to, your record is keep it intact now. You're mean with your predictions now. So who you got on Sunday?
Man, you know what?
And points now. We're doing points with it too.
Okay.
Now.
That's a journey, man. That's a nice little flight out there. The time difference can get to you a little bit.
Right.
Well, I'm going to LA, man. I'm going to LA.
You're going with the Rams?
I'm going with the Rams, man.
Wow.
I'm going with the Rams. That's they haven't lost back-to-back in a long time, man. So
what's your scoring?
24-21 Rams.
In a close one. BC. Man.
24-21, man.
Dun, 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 dun. D-Mac.
Listen, man, we just continue to get better and better every week. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We scored 25 last week. We just go 27 this week.
Oh!
And fortunately for our defense, we only giving up 20. All right? So 27-20 Dallas Cowboys, baby.
Okay.
Yeah. 27-20. And we might score one on defense.
Oh, to the crib?
It's Matthew Stafford we're talking about.
I like that confidence when we start talking about your other boys. D-Mac, 27-20 in the building.
He just can't let it roll.
Look, I won't. But here's the thing, man. It's chum in the water, as my man Jerry says. It's chum in the water, man. I think everybody see it with the Rams, man. Something going on over there. I don't know if it's a Super Bowl hangover, but, man, they got the wrong customers coming to town. They don't have a nickname for this defense yet. It ain't the Hot Boys. We're going to have to come up with something better for these group, man. But they going to dominate.
The 22 Cowboys, that's it. Like they call it 85 by all that. 22 Cowboys, that's 22. It. They don't need nothing.
That's it. 22, the 22 Cowboys.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, look, we bringing the big briefcase. And let me tell you something. The metal detectors is going off when number 11 come through. When number 11 come through, the airport was the thing going to get the beep and the dog start barking because he is that. And so I got the Cowboys. Whatever it is, man, Micah said, anyway, I'm going 10 with them boys, man. They ain't scoring but 10 points, so I'll go 21-10. 21-10 and a walk-off, and I'm going with them boys.
All that stuff y'all talked about us being behind and all that stuff, you 10 points?
It's going to be 10 points.
I just wanted to know what you thought.
10-0? I didn't talking about that. We got to come back.
I didn't want to know what you thought.
Knew we going with the Cowboys, right?
Of course.
Knew we going with the Cowboys.
Y'all look him up on Twitter. He did say that's who he was with. I mean, he told us he big time. We had to go on Vogue magazine to find his picks and all that. But look, man, this has been a good one. This has been a good one, man. Thank y'all for letting me host here on the lounge, and y'all might want to uncover your ears. I gotta do my thing, man. Cowboy Nation, I hope your team win.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!